howdy.
Hola.
Ahoy.
Arr.
Well, that's an exclamation, really. I think that's... I don't know if that's a hello. Well, but hello. And well, welcome to this week's edition of the Untitled Movie Podcast with...
Ron.
And Craig. I'm Craig.
Or Greg, as people
or
call
Greg,
you.
as people sometimes call me.
Yeah.
More than my actual name, people call me that. Welcome to another in our series of we both have two kids, so we don't take all the clicks out when we talk too close to the microphone. Editions of the show. This might be the show forever, so just buckle in and get ready for the ride, bitches.
Yeah, I mean, seems like people are downloading.
People are actually, we got more listeners now, so maybe people like a slightly less refined product. Makes us more relatable.
Yeah, especially since the last few episodes, you've gone on tangents and refused to talk about the episodes.
Yes.
Little Giants, I don't think you've really mentioned much on Little Giants except for, Ed O'Neill.
I love Ed O'Neill. That's why.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, he's a
national treasure.
Yes.
National treasure.
Yes.
Like that movie, but we're not doing. Like we were not doing the Nicolas Cage. Where he's
National Treasure.
Chasing Ben Franklin. Yeah.
Well, he's Ben Gates.
Yeah, he's Ben Franklin. Way more interesting. Not that Ben Franklin's not interesting, but that movie goes that Ben Franklin well a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple things in that movie where it's like, and you know who invented that? Looks at the camera.
Did that come out after the Da Vinci Code? Did it ride that coattail?
It came out after the book, The Da Vinci Code.
Okay.
Because I remember borrowing the Da Vinci Code from somebody when I was like 21. Someone was like, "Oh, you should read this book," and I read it. And like once, can we spoiler alert the Da Vinci Code?
Yeah.
She's Jesus' niece or some shit, or granddaughter.
Direct descendant of Jesus Christ.
Like once you get past that, that's like the standard thing in every like big mystery book, and even like thriller movies is always like you big mystery, you don't know what's gonna happen, and then the last 40 pages are always just like a standard thriller. Like the big reveal happens, and then you have to resolve the actual plot. So then it's like, oh, I'm being chased around by the guy with the knife now. The problem with Da Vinci Code is the fucking central conceit is revealed like fucking 2 chapters in, and then the rest of the book is just them fucking running. I don't give a fuck. I
never read that. I've read Deception Point, which was really good. Not about any of that.
Also Tom Hanks with the mullet?
No, they didn't make a movie about that. That has nothing to do with like a little bit conspiracy about aliens, but really good. Suggest it to you. You'd like it.
Is it the same character though?
No.
What's that have to do with anything?
It doesn't have to do anything. I'm just saying Dan Brown's book. I've read that
so
one.
Same guy wrote it. Okay,
Yeah,
you're just not suggesting books randomly.
Yeah, I've read that. I've read Angels and Demons, which I loved. And
isn't that the band with the guy from Blink-182?
I think that Angels and Airwaves.
Angels and Airways.
Yes. Airwaves.
Airways, like when you do CPR, you gotta check their airway.
No, airwaves, like a wave of air.
Oh, it's like the person died because their airway wasn't clear. Angels and Airwaves. Okay, I gotcha. Continue.
Yes. And The Lost Symbol, which is also very good.
Gotcha. That's the one with Jason. So Major League is the movie we're doing today.
Well, is that what we're doing?
Yes. How far into the... Check the timer there. How far have we get before I actually said the name of the movie this week?
Maybe 3 minutes.
I think... Start marking on your little log books that we think you're keeping at home, folks, where the Easter eggs and stuff and your notes.
Oh, yeah.
Your notes in the show.
Everyone has detailed notes.
Yeah, start logging in your notes.
I have detailed files.
Exactly. How far into the episode before we actually mention the movie we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep pushing it back. Our goal, someday, an episode an hour long, 59 minutes of other shit. 1 minute about the movie.
Well, we might have did that about Little Giants, so
we got pretty close. We got pretty close. That and I think the Frighteners. I just screamed the entire time. Okay. That was a while ago.
I'm gonna keep pushing it back a little further before we see. I saw Dark Phoenix today.
Dark Phonics.
Dark Phonics.
Yes.
Hooked on Phonics.
Did you
work for them.
Did you also think that was Hooked on Phoenix when you were a little kid for the first 75 times? Yeah.
Yes.
Continue.
And it was not good, but because it just has to be. I have to mention this. There is a scene in it where
Spoiler alert.
There's no spoiler. The Dark Phonics is sitting at a bar, and there's a television there, and they're flipping through the channels. And what show do you think they flick to really fast?
Mork and Mindy.
No, Picket Fences.
God damn it.
Carter, what do you call the coroner? It showed a scene where Carter was talking. I know the episode too. That's the fucking that's the best part. I know the episode.
I'm shocked someone lets you thrust upon them to have children.
So am I. Yeah. But yeah, know the episode. So yeah, that was my highlight of the movie, by the way.
So it sucked that bad?
Yeah, it was like I told you a little before off air. It was a bunch of action scenes put together, and the rest of the movie they forgot to put in.
Well, I heard it was heavily rewritten, and
it was reshot
a
bunch
lot of
times.
reshoots,
Yeah.
and everybody hates each other, and Simon Kinberg can't write stuff apparently.
Yeah.
I think it's like when he produces something, it's always good, and when he writes anything, it's hot gutter trash. Apparently,
it was not worth it. Okay,
I don't like those X-Men movies that much.
The newer versions.
And I feel like a Marvel movie, I'll usually get at least a few rewatches, especially the better ones.
Yeah, the X-Men's I haven't rewatched.
Yeah, Marvel movies good for like one theater.
Well, here's the thing: how do you have an X-Men movie without Wolverine?
That's true.
You need him.
Yeah, he's become the quintessential X-Man.
Yeah. I mean, no one's putting Gambit in anything. That's obvious.
Well, Gambit does. I feel like Gambit doesn't translate well to the screen.
He doesn't, but
he's got that thick accent. He's got that weird cowl thing he wears with the trench coat, and
yeah,
he's throwing playing cards. I feel like for a long time that technology wasn't there. Yeah, but the X-Men movies, Marvel movie, you watch a Marvel movie in the theater, you go, that was dope. You watch it again at home when it comes out, and then it's good for like a once in a while, like, oh, it's on cable, I'll check this out. Let's sit through this again. X-Men movies, I'm like, that was all right.
I haven't watched any. I've watched, I think, the one with Kevin Bacon a few times.
Yeah, First Class was good. I saw it in theater. Yeah. Never want to see it again. And everyone since then, like Days of Future Past, like it happened. And then
I watched it once. Watched Apocalypse once.
Apocalypse was hot butthole.
Yeah,
and not in a good way.
Yeah, and this one was just the same. They took one of the greater storylines of X-Men
in comic book history, some would say.
Yeah, and ruined it.
I would say that. Would you say that? So
we're going to stop being nerds, and we're going to talk about something manly, like sports.
Okay,
sports.
I think by definition, having this show precludes us from ever not being losers, nerds, or however you want to put it.
I would say geeks.
I feel like geeks are thinner than us.
Or
fatter than us. Yeah. Like either, you know what I mean? Like we're like too.
I say
average.
Geeks. Geek is they dabble in a little everything. I think
mostly eating that stuff.
A lot of pop culture.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna talk about sports. Mainly Major League.
Not esports.
Not esports.
Because that's not a sport. But anyway,
esports not a sport. Oh, some fighting words.
Nah, whatever, bro.
There's some.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
Well, are your thumbs capable of doing it?
No.
Yeah, maybe you should train your thumbs then.
I'm not gonna listen.
Conditioner. Maybe you should condition some thumbs.
I will not say that it's not a hard competition. I might even say it's close to a sport.
But it's not an actual sport.
They're not athletes.
No, they're not athletes.
You're a competitor. Yeah. You're a skilled competitor.
But you're not an athlete.
Not an athlete.
Yeah.
Don't take the away from people. We don't only be the same.
Yeah. A poker player is a competitor. Poker player.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Got great reflex. It's amazing. Yeah. Amazing what you do there. Not an athlete. Some people play real sports. Not athletes.
Yeah.
Just the way it is.
You're not a musician if you can play rock band.
Well put. Well put, sir. Well put. Yeah. That's why I keep you around. Yep. So what do we watch? What?
Major League. A movie with Charlie Sheen.
Yes.
Corbin Burnson. Yep. Rene Russo. Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes.
Yep. And other people.
Dennis Haysbert.
Ah, yes. President Palmer.
I said Corbin Burnson already?
You're horrible. Tom Berenger. Margaret Whitten.
Guy who plays Lou.
James Gammon.
Chelsea Ross.
Now that you lost me. Oh yeah, the fuck you, Joe Boo.
Up yours, Joe Boo.
Yeah, that guy.
Possibly the best character in this whole damn movie, by the way.
He's pretty great. And fucking Bob Uecker.
Okay, we've all seen fucking Major League. It's literally 30 years old at this point. This movie came out in 89, right?
Yeah. Nuts.
So, do you want to get get this shit out of the way first. What did they make money? Did not make money? Did anybody see it? Did no one see it? Did people like it? People didn't like it.
It made money. It budgeted of 11 million estimated. Opening weekend was 8.8, and it grossed 49, almost
Really?
50. Yeah.
Okay.
So it made money. It was good. It came out April 7th, 1989.
Who wrote this thing?
We got a writer by the name of David S. Ward.
He wrote a bunch of other shit.
He
didn't
wrote and directed it.
What else did he write?
He The Sting. He wrote Sleepless in Seattle, Major League 2. Yeah, he's did some work.
He's seen some shit.
Yeah.
He's seen
The
some
Program.
Shit.
Great movie.
Great movie.
King Ralph, he did the screenplay for. Not a great movie.
Not a great movie.
Yeah.
I do like John Goodman, though.
Yep.
So anyhow, Major League.
He directed Down Periscope. That's not something he should boast.
That movie.
That was the last movie he directed. That should tell you
They
something.
put him in director jail.
Yeah.
So, Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker. The man.
He of...
Mr. Belvedere himself.
He of...
Streets on the China. Never met him before. Who cares? When he dropped, kicked the jacket. As he came through the door, no one's there. But sometimes things get turned around, and no one's spared. Okay, I'll spare you now.
What? No, what? No, we gotta... What?
Oh, hey, look out below. There's a change in the status quo. We're gonna need all the help that we can get. According to our new arrival, life is more than mere survival. We just might live the good life yet. Bob Uecker.
Bob Uecker. I was literally, if you asked me what I hoped happened in this episode, it was Ron sings the entire theme to Mr. Belvedere, including the middle verse that gets edited out after the first season.
Ah, yeah.
Because after they go quick.
Yeah.
They go quick.
Yep.
Wesley was the one son. I remember that. But yeah, Bob Uecker.
He's a real announcer.
Here's the funny thing about Bob Uecker. Bob Uecker, I believe he actually played baseball for a while. Bob Uecker starred in Mr. Belvedere. Famous for being Mr. Belvedere. People loved him, right? Comedy show.
Yeah.
In these, he plays a drunken announcer.
Yep.
Bob Uecker, actual announcer for the Milwaukee Brewers, announces like this. Very calmly.
Really?
And he's like the Susan Waldman of the Milwaukee Brewers.
Huh.
Very calm and intelligent and a lot of story, but nothing crazy.
Huh.
No jokes. Nothing.
I know he's a 5-time Wisconsin Sportcaster of the Year.
Well, I mean, clearly,
And he's inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame.
he's a great sportscaster, but he's not a big jokester, you know. And in these films, he plays a fucking a recovering alcoholic, fucking sportscaster. Nope, not in real life. Real life, very calm.
Excuse me.
Very calm. He's more like the other guy from in Major League 2 when he passes out, which we'll get to eventually. And he goes, ball, hit. He's more like that guy. But yeah, fucking, I haven't seen.
So who do you think's a better announcer? Him or what's his name from Necessary Roughness? Rob
Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
He's a better announcer. Rob Schneider's just some fucking gutter punk 20-year-old.
Okay.
Fucking sitting in the fucking booth by himself. Fucking dumping.
We just got to compare because we did both movies now, and you know they have a pretty
well. I will
well-known
give Rob
face
Schneider.
chair.
I'll give Rob Schneider credit for one thing. For some reason, when he announces on the radio, they broadcast it over the PA system during the game.
That's true.
Which is super weird.
Might be annoying for the players to hear.
Yeah, you don't really want to hear. That was a weird.
And he's throwing the ball to blah blah.
Yeah, weird detail in that movie. When he's like, he fumbles, and you can hear it over the loudspeaker.
No shit.
Yeah, it's a weird. Wait, it's like delayed just now, folks, because I thought I heard gunfire coming from outside my garage. It was fireworks.
You really thought it was gunfire?
I think everything's gunfire. I'm prepared.
I knew it was fireworks. Craig was giving me the weight, and he was getting nervous. And I'm just thinking it was just fireworks.
I wasn't getting nervous. I was getting prepared. This There's a difference. All right, sir. Nervous looks like panic. Prepared looks like time to mount.
Controlled panic.
Yes. I was about to regulate. All right.
You're going to drop the hammer?
I was going, yeah. Regulators mount up. It was a cool dark night. Anyway. Yeah, fucking Major League. Now 30 years old. I hadn't seen this movie in a while. All the way through. This movie's fucking hilarious. It's way funnier as an adult. As a kid, I'm like, oh, baseball
You don't get
movie.
the jokes.
Yeah,
you don't get like the adult humor.
Yeah, it is a fucking wonderful fucking movie. It's as big of a classic as I want it to be. Yeah. Sometimes we go back and watch movies I haven't seen in a while, and as you've noticed, I'm like, wow, that did not age well. I get really upset about it. This movie aged beautifully. Even that weird Randy Newman ass sounding opening song.
That's my first note. Love opening song.
Yeah,
I love the Randy Newman. Is it Randy Newman?
It's everyone's Randy Newman in the early 90s. I
think we had this conversation on air before.
Yeah, basically every theme to every movie in the early 90s was a guy who sings like this, plays the piano
walking with the tuba.
Yeah, exactly. Guy who sings like this, Randy Newman. You know, I love L.A. You know, that's pretty much every. Just swap out L.A. for whatever, you know. I love Cleveland. Remember Drew Carey being a thing?
No, because honestly, I was never a fan of the Drew Carey show.
Nor was I, but what's weird about
I don't remember him being famous.
He was famous. He was a comedian, and they gave him his own show.
Yeah.
And people liked that show for a long time.
But I don't remember that show actually being that popular until afterwards.
It was on for a very long time.
Yeah. Like, for me, the show, like, I had no idea what night, I don't even know what channel it was on. I don't think I've ever watched it.
And I think he hosted the American version of Whose Line Is It Anyway?
I think he did. Right? He's definitely on The Price Is Right now.
Yeah, and now he's on The Price. Now he's the guy on The Price Is Right.
Yeah.
How'd that shit happen?
Did he do, what's the one where how many people... Family Feud. Did he do the Family Feud?
No, Family Feud.
Oh, that was Louis Anderson.
Louis Anderson. Family Feud was the first guy whose name I can't remember, Running Man.
Yeah.
And then Ray Combs, who passed away.
Yeah.
And then Louis Anderson. And then Al Borland. Richard Kranz.
Oh, yes.
Whatever his name was.
I think he does it now.
No, now. And then it was... No, it's Steve Harvey now.
Oh, it's Steve Harvey?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I haven't watched that in years.
Because then it was... Not Mr. Pitt. The guy from fucking Seinfeld.
Mr. Pitt.
The other guy. The catalog guy from Seinfeld.
Oh yes.
JW. Yeah. JM. What was his name?
I don't know. Peabody.
JJ. Whatever. Oh god damn it.
It was J. Peterman.
J. Peterman. Yeah. It was J. Peterman.
Yeah.
For like a little bit, and then I think it's Steve Harvey. It's been Steve Harvey forever. Steve Harvey, who I didn't like until I was forced to watch enough episodes of Family Feud that I realized Steve Harvey's just in on the fucking joke.
Yeah.
That whole show has become... Family Feud when we were kids, Family Feud was like... It was like, we asked 100 people, name one thing you'd find in your grandmother's medicine cabinet. And it's like, NyQuil. And then, like, you know, once in a while someone's like, tampons. And everybody laughs, right? The new Family Feud, not to be confused with, like, the new Ghostbusters or anything like that. Just Family Feud. Or the real Ghostbusters, or any of those Ghostbusters. It's literally just a setup for dick jokes.
Really?
Yeah, every question is something with a weird innuendo in it.
Huh.
It's like a standard Family Feud interaction. You can't see my face, sorry folks, but it's, I mean, better, good for you. It's not a great face. Is Steve Harvey goes, now we asked 100 people, name something that you would keep in your purse that's pink and you wouldn't want your mama to find. And it's like, and you know, like that for bubblegum Steve, and then like the third person's like, I'm a good Christian lady, but I gotta say it, Steve, I'm sorry. Lord save me. A dildo, Steve. And and then Steve Harvey looks at the camera, smiles real big, and shakes his head side to side a couple of times. Like does like you can't see me. There's like a could you believe this shit? And then he says something to the effect of like, I don't know who's stuck in your purse. My purse has a Bible in it. Ha ha! And then he goes like, show me. No, don't show me a pink dildo. And then the fucking, and then everybody boo. Yeah, that's literally you don't have to ever watch Family Feud. That's the whole show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I could do that all if you want an episode.
You want to do a couple of different scenarios?
Just me doing. I might do another one later. I don't know if one comes to me. So yeah, Major League. It's got a fucking great opening song. Great, very good newspaper montage. It's a lost art. So like, here's the we always talk, right? What are movies made for, Ron? What kind of medium are movies? Is film?
What do you mean? Visual?
Yeah, the visual medium, right? You're meant to you show and tell, right? In a movie, you're meant to show things. That's why it's not a fucking book.
Yeah.
You know, you obviously want things that
everything has to be expressed. Yeah.
But you're trying to express things visually. That's your main goal, is to get shit across without having to say a lot, right? Hence,
bless you. Oh, he's going to do it again. He did it again.
That was bad. Popped a gasket on that one.
Yep, he farted too.
I totally farted. So, hence, I don't like silent films. We all know Ron loves silent films, right?
I don't know, Bose. I can appreciate them.
I will say that what silent films do have is it was all visual.
Yeah.
Everything was shown with an occasional little card just to kind of give you a little idea what's going on, right? That was the original expression of the medium. Nowadays, people like complain if there's not fucking 86 fucking pounds of exposition going on.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie does a great job, and I feel like movies used to do a better job of expressing things visually. I don't mind a good opening montage with the newspapers. Yeah. That was a big rage back in the 80s and 90s. I like it. I don't need my first 5 minutes of the movie to be like, oh, the Indians suck. We fucking know. We know the Indians suck. You show me the newspapers while you're rolling the credits. Yeah, Bob Uecker say it once. I get it. Table set. Indians are shit.
Yep.
You know? I like that. I like good opening like that. You got the fucking the grounds crew joke. That shit's hilarious. They're speaking in Japanese and then they're shitty. It's fucking wonderful. So it's it's a very good quick opening. You jump right in. You know the team's trash, and you know what's the central conceit in the movie. Like what's the driving force of this plot there, Rondo?
To defeat the evil empress, the queen of the Indians,
the former showgirl.
Yeah,
but that whole idea that she wants the team to suck. It's basically now that
I've now realized
it's basically the producers.
It kind of it's an interesting concept for a baseball movie because it's kind of the opposite in a way that usually you're fighting against another team.
Yes.
They're fighting within themselves almost.
Yes, they're fighting against the organization.
Yeah.
The establishment. And it's such a good it's essentially, like I said just now, it's like the producer's idea, like make something shitty on purpose, you know, right? But it's cool if they make her the villain like that. That's a cool villain to have. And it's such a cool. It's literally they're not. It makes the movie bigger than it needs to be, which is awesome. You know, sports movies are always, as much as people love sports movies, they're theoretically smaller stories because it's about the guys on the team. Like no one really gives a fuck about anybody else, right?
Yeah.
Like unless you're even if you watch Miracle, which is about the Miracle on Ice and what different United States.
They don't talk about any of the players.
Well, they talk about the players, yes, but you know they don't. They get into like a couple times like, oh, people send us telegrams. It doesn't get any bigger than that.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? And even though in the real life that was fucking huge, this movie very quickly explains to you like these guys, even if they don't really understand it, they're playing for the entire fucking city of Cleveland.
Yeah.
They're not just playing for themselves. Like the city loves this team.
They rallied the entire city behind them.
Yeah, and they're gonna lose their team if they don't fucking win.
Yeah,
you know, that's a great central conceit. And yeah, what do you think about the beginning? Like, give me some thoughts on the introductions to this flick.
I thought it was great. I mean, I love how they're talking about the players, and then you see everyone's getting called up.
Oh, when they did the introductions?
Yeah.
The scene that I thought was actual footage from Charlie Sheen's life, but it was actually Tom Berenger. that one?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I have my note. Actual Charlie Sheen footage? Nope, Tom Berenger. But
I will say this. I'm not a big fan of Snipes in this movie.
You don't like Snipes in this movie?
I prefer what's his name from the second when they changed him out.
Omar Epps.
Yes, Omar Epps.
I think Omar Epps does
He's more comical.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes as good as Wesley Snipes is in like White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
This isn't a great funny Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
It does. It also,
I don't think the jokes they gave him fit him.
Yeah.
Like, I like the whole thing that, like, he just sneaks on there. Like, I love how he just sneaks
that's a one
on.
that he just he shows up in
He
the
just
fucking,
shows up and just doesn't leave.
with the fucking Rolls Royce, and he's got
Yeah.
the fucking suit on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he fucking pulls all the way up to the fucking gate, and they're all staring at him, like
Yeah.
right up. Yeah. All the introductions to this movie are fucking awesome. Again, visual. They do a great job of like very quickly, you know who everybody is right away.
Yeah.
With minimal fucking work. You know that fucking that Jake's a fucking washed up asshole. You know that Dorn is a fucking piece of shit who makes too much money. You know that Serrano's kind of a racist character to Voodoo Man, but I'm okay with it 'cause it's fucking hilarious. you know the fucking other pitcher with the fucking snot balls is an old fucking dickhead. You know that Wesley Snipes is sneaking on the team. You know that Sheen has a fucking troubled past. You know that this is like Lou's last chance at anything because he's working in a fucking tire shop. Like, and it's all quick. Everything's knocked out. You get like you get plenty of knowledge of the characters with minimal work. Just showing them in their settings, showing their everyday life instead of having to like I said, like explain everything. Oh, this is Charlie Sheen. It just they do a really great job of setting the table. What I will complain about the movie though is no one has an arc. Except Jake. Jake has an arc. That's it. Jake's really the only one who gets anything.
Yeah, Charlie. I was trying to think about it when you said that. I'm trying to think. Did Charlie Sheen have one? Because he could have had a good one because he was such a wild cat.
Yeah, wild thing, if you will.
Oh, ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
He could have had a good one, but again, they kept the more serious role for Jake.
Yeah, it's hard to remember because of how big a deal Charlie Sheen and Wesley Snipes became. But this is basically a Tom Berenger movie.
It absolutely is. He's the star of it.
Yeah, it's Tom Berenger's movie.
Yeah.
The second one is when Charlie Sheen was a bigger deal, and then Wesley Snipes wasn't there anyway. So
the second one's Charlie Sheen.
Second one's the Charlie Sheen movie.
They're trying to ride the coattails of Charlie Sheen's fame at that point.
Yes.
Like he was still famous
when he was big for Men at Work.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one.
Only Men at Work.
Yeah.
And Navy SEALs. Ooh, Navy SEALs.
I did. Was my next part of my notes. I do love that Renee Russo's in it. I don't know why. I love when she's
because she's wonderful.
Yeah, the female character.
Wonderful. She's not good at being sneaky though.
What do you mean?
Do you know the scene when she goes to the baseball game and then she's trying to hide from him?
Yeah.
You don't sit in the third row.
Yeah.
If you're trying to hide from your ex-boyfriend, if you don't show up at the game,
you sit up in the top.
Yeah.
You pay $10 for the seat, not $100.
Yeah, she paid a good hundo to sit 3 rows back, and then she's like, "Oh, hopefully he doesn't see me."
So he automatically knows exactly where she parks. She runs out. He runs after her. Is able to run through the crowds, able to go to her exact spot. We've all been to baseball games.
Yes.
We've all parked. You park anywhere. How does he know where she's parking?
Well, I think he's clearly a crazy stalker person. I think I actually have a note about that. There's a lot of their whole thing is weird. Because why is her front door never locked?
Yeah.
And why does the downstairs? It's I don't understand her apartment. I don't understand any of it. It's an elevator that leads directly into someone's home. When she goes to the boyfriend's house, his door's not fucking locked. Follows her home the first time, right?
Yeah.
Meets her, wherever the hell it is, goes to the address. Fucking takes the elevator up. Doesn't say hi to anybody.
Yeah.
Just gets an elevator. Bing. Opens this man's home. Second time, she goes to her house. He again opens the front door to her home, which he's never been to before. So it's not like he knew where the fucking
That's true.
The hide key was. Walks right into her. No one's locking their doors. It's fucking Cleveland in the 80s. That place is a shithole. People are being murdered in the streets.
I don't know about that.
I don't know not about that.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a city that idolized Drew Carey later years. Clearly, they don't make great calls all the time. But yeah, no one's locking their fucking doors.
So speaking of that, he walks into the dinner party.
Yes.
That scene. I have a question for you. How do you feel about that scene? Because
that one definitely wants to fuck him.
So uncomfortable to watch.
It's extremely awkward.
I feel like you could have possibly been in this scenario.
Because I'm a young trophy wife, or an old married couple, or Renee Russo.
You're one of many. I feel like you could speak to this scenario.
Wait, this is like a Craig thing that would happen?
I think so. I could picture something not being like at an ex's house with her ex's boyfriend's house or something like that. But I feel like the questioning, the people questioning your.
I will. So yeah. I'll take a moment to.
I'm not saying anything
No,
bad
no,
about it. I'm just
you've
saying.
been my best friend for
I'm
25
just saying.
years.
I could
most
see
things you say
that,
when you're bad, but it's okay.
I could see you dealing with this
Yes.
situation. I personally, people look at me and like, oh, you have a crappy job at a golf course. They won't ask a single question.
I will say this. I'll say two things. Thing one is when most people are little children, they want to be astronauts and firemen.
Hold on. First, let's break down the scene.
Oh, I thought we were breaking. I thought we had like a sponsor or something. I got excited. I thought,
no.
thought you were surprising me. I thought like Adirondack sparkling water.
Yes. Oh, there you go. Pay us.
Adirondack sparkling water.
Pay us.
Taste the mountain air.
Pay us.
Available in lemon lime.
Pay us.
And other flavors.
Pay us.
Wait, are you advertising acidic curls?
Pay us. Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Ooh, that'd be a good place to sell acidic shoes. Pay us shoes.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
I like it. I
Yeah.
like it. So he goes into this loft, try to find her, and it's all of a sudden he's at her new fiance's apartment.
Yes.
And he invites him in for a drink.
Oh yeah.
And he says yes.
Strong dick move. Strong.
Yeah.
But I think he was trying to repower play him by saying, "Yeah, I'll fucking sit for a drink,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Whatever. You want to invite me in? Sure."
That's why I'm thinking this is something that you would have done. I could picture you just, you know what? I'm here. I'm gonna fucking go in.
Like I said, I'll say a couple things. Without making this the Craig brags about being an idiot podcast. I will say that as a child, as I started saying before, my goal, my dream, I think, if you remember correctly, I kind of wanted to be either a ninja or like a B-movie action hero. Mm-hmm. I came pretty damn close in the second one, short of not actually getting a real law enforcement job. I've done a lot of weird B-movie action hero things in my life.
You actually were in.
I lived a large chunk of Roadhouse.
Like a D movie.
Yeah. I wasn't a D. I lived a large chunk of Roadhouse, essentially.
Yeah.
And I will say this because
you
of
didn't live
my
above a barn.
Yes, I didn't. I'm just thinking if I did. No, I didn't. I had to check. Lived on a couch in the projects once. As an adult. I've often found that because of my weird obsession with film, when I have, and in general, when I have the chance to do something I think will make a good story later, but it's not the smartest move for anyone's sanity, I tend to still do it. And I don't mean like stupid shit like, oh, I should throw a rock off an overpass, or I should hurt this thing, or like go drinking. No, like just if I'm in a social situation, this thing pops in my head sometimes where I go, man, if I say this, basically, to a degree, if I say this, Ron's going to think that's hilarious, and so am I.
Yep.
And if I think it's going to be funny, and I don't think I'm going to get a chance to say it again, basically no matter, unless the impacts like make the other person kill themselves, I'm probably going to say it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
I used to almost get kicked out of meetings at one of my old jobs because we'd be having these important meetings, and if I thought something was funny, I would just fucking say it, and everyone hated me because I'd break the meetings up, and everyone would laugh and be like, you're a dickhead, and then they didn't like me anymore. That's the risk I'm willing to take because I was like, this is going to be hilarious. I should say this. With that said.
Almost like when it was it a Regents test or an AP test? Where I had to go to the bathroom and you were trying to get me out of the test.
AP test, yes.
And you knocked on the door and you're
Yes.
like, are you done? Come on, let's go. And the teacher's like, close the door. I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. And then what happened? She said, close the door. So you came in the classroom.
Yes, I came
inside. Close the door and said, let Ronnie go to the bathroom.
I was a fucking dickhead when I was 17 years old. But it made for some good comedy.
Yeah.
One of my proudest moments in my life is I was dumped by a live-in girlfriend, and I took my bag, and I went to leave, and I said, I guess this is goodbye, and I turned, and my bag was too wide, and I got stuck in the doorway. Now, some would look back on this as a sad memory of a low point in their life. I'm so fucking proud that happened without me planning it. That literally 2 years of a relationship that did not work, totally worth it because that happened. So anyhow, with that said, pretty sure I'd probably sit down.
Okay.
I'd like to think I'm better than that, but yeah, I'd sit down. And I will say this, I've been in situations because of the whole, And it's not like I'm not some fucking rebel. I'm not fucking James Dean circa the 50s. Like, I'm just some fucking dude with stupid looking tattoos who fucking fought a couple times.
Yeah.
But people tend to fucking still think you're weird when you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yes, I've been in many a situation where I was grilled by strangers over stuff that I didn't think was that weird, as if I was a circus animal. And yeah, so I feel Tom Berenger in this situation.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the honesty. As like when she says, baseball players, I hear they make a lot of money, and they said, but you have to be pretty good. If you're good, do you make it? You make only you make a lot of money if you're good. And the lady goes, "Oh, how much do you make?" And he goes, "I make the league minimum."
Love that line.
I appreciate that honesty.
Yeah.
I once threw a man at the bar, and he was mad at me, and he said, "Fuck you, bro. I make whatever." Said some exorbitant amount of money he probably didn't make because I threw him out of the bar for having a pop collar, and he said, "You fucking loser. Enjoy making $100 a night." And I said, "Actually, it's 60." I yelled down the street, and he had no more words to say, and he walked away. So I'm not really sure what that tangent was.
I don't know, but well, it's you're saying that just because by saying that they take the power, you take the power that they thought they had over you.
When someone's
away.
essentially when someone's trying to put you down, he did. I will say this: he handled it. He handled it intelligently in the manner of like he had already fucked up.
Yeah.
It wasn't really going to get worse, right? The worst case scenario is he finds out the girl he still has feelings for has someone else. That already happened.
Yep.
You're already fucked, bro.
Yeah.
And you already look like an asshole.
Yep.
So the guy who knows you fucking followed his fucking girlfriend home.
Yeah.
So at that point, you got to lean into it.
Yep.
He leaned into it, had himself a beer, got himself a free brewski out of it, made everyone uncomfortable. I'm 95% sure that redheaded lady wanted to have sex with him.
I think so.
She was looking at him like he was some sort of wild animal.
Oh, yeah. Like a wild thing?
Yeah, exactly.
He was the wild thing, and Charlie Sheen's wild thing.
Yes, I think that's their pro wrestling tag team. Yes. Yeah. So you got to lean into it, and he did. He leaned in heavy. I will say that he leaned too hard into the I want to fuck Rene Russo thing. Still,
he did.
That was a little not a smart move. You could have left it just kind of awkward. The whole had the right girl picked out thing, not smart. She knows why you're there, buddy. You don't.
Yeah.
That was a little unnecessary.
So, let's go into what is the league minimum back then in 1989?
Only one of us wrote it down. So
it's about $68,000.
That's not that's not.
So in 1989, I think the average household was $30,000. The average household.
Yeah. No, they're still not. They're never doing as. That's the one thing about this movie that's bullshit. Is they're not doing as poorly.
Yeah, they're major leaguers.
Yeah.
Hence the name of the movie. But just to go and show you the difference from 30 years, the league minimum now is $550,000, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not. They weren't doing bad back in the day. They're not doing as good as they're doing now.
Yeah, but really, no one has a right to even talk to him.
If someone pays,
he's a major league baseball player, regardless how bad you are.
Yeah, you've accomplished something.
You're not in the minor leagues. You're in the major leagues.
Yeah, if someone's paying you $70,000.
Yeah.
Right, and like I said, late 1980s, that's roughly like 90 to a hundo.
Yeah.
Still playing fucking getting paid. Your single guy getting paid fucking six figures to fucking play sports.
And they're like you're getting. Everyone's paying for everything for you.
They're paying for his shitty bus.
Yeah.
For his fucking his fucking Davy Crockett his Moby Dick comic book, which is a great fucking joke.
Except they took away his tub.
Yes, they took away his tub. I'll tell you, when they put the prop motor in there,
that's gonna kill him.
That is horrifically dangerous.
That's gonna just rip his legs off.
That's how fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme died in Black Eagle. Got sucked up into the propeller. Is that right? That's the name of that movie, right?
I have no idea.
I think it's Black Eagle, where he plays he plays No Retreat, No Surrender. He plays, which I can't get through. The movie's fucking terrible. He plays the bad guy, and then Black Eagle is the one where he plays the bad guy assassin, and the guy that's not Don the Dragon Wilson kicks him off the boat and he gets chopped up with the propeller. I remember that. That's a real thing. I swear, it's a real thing. I've seen that movie. Anyway,
I'm sure.
Yeah, like, he's not living a bad life. He almost gets his dick chopped off, but he's got all his shit paid for. He gets that Moby Dick comic book, which is, again, like I said, is a great joke. That she's like, "Oh, did you finish Moby Dick?" He's like, "No, I never finished." And then he cuts him reading the fucking comic book.
Yep.
that he gets from the bus. This movie's well put together.
It is.
He's reading the fucking.
It's got some good beats to it.
Yeah, it's got some good beats, and they like intelligently. I feel like they took every joke, and not enough movies do this with jokes or action set pieces or anything. It's not really that hard if your movie's charming enough. Like if you're making some Daniel Day-Lewis fucking, the professor's mother's assistant or the fuck, name.
Left Foot.
Yeah, like just random Daniel Day-Lewis movie where he's like, oh, I played this one. I'm playing Marie Curie's cousin's brother who didn't help create uranium, but like whatever. Like, yeah, you really gotta cross your T's and dot your I's because those are they're what's the word? They're fucking I got nothing. They're prestige movies.
Okay.
If you're making something like this or an action movie, you just need it to fucking kind of make sense. Everybody's suspending disbelief. Everybody's there to enjoy themselves. People, it's popcorn movies.
Yep.
Not enough movies do that though. They go like, it'd be funny, guys, if Charlie Sheen wore a dildo for a helmet, and he just produces a dildo helmet.
Yeah.
You don't figure out a way to make the dildo helmet make some sense. This movie makes all the dildo helmets make sense. And like he's got the fucking stupid Moby Dick comic book because they had the fucking stupid comic books from the fucking shitty old fucking bus because that was one of the shitty old. Yeah. Like it all makes sense. Like everything, all the jokes.
It's extremely well written.
The jokes are actual punchlines to jokes. They're not just punchlines with no jokes. Yep. And that it's a really well put together movie. And speaking of the comic books, one of my favorite lines in this whole movie that I don't remember enjoying that much until the last time I watched it was fucking fucking Willie Mays Hayes looks at Wild Thing. He's like, hey man, do you want to trade your whatever for Song of Hiawatha? And he goes, nah man, I'm not into Song of Hiawatha. I don't know why, but I found that to be such a great fucking random fucking line. Dude, there's so many fucking good fucking when he's fucking shows up with the fucking no sleeves. We wear caps and sleeves this level, son. Like, oh my God.
My favorite line is "Fuck you, Jobu. I do this myself."
There's that. One of the my buddy Scott, one of our loyal listeners, actual in real life, he's my friend, not some. We don't know the listeners. But again, email us. Maybe we'll know you.
Yeah.
Reach out to us on the face page or whatever. Fucking, I don't even know what social media we have anymore. But reach out to us anyway. My buddy Scott. Hey Scott. His favorite line in the movie, which I agree with, is might be the best line in this whole movie though. Do you know what it is?
No.
When he goes, the guy I can't remember his name. I don't actually know his name. The guy that Chase, whatever his name is, plays. Chelsea, whatever his name is. What's his name?
The guy who's always
the snotball guy.
Yeah.
When he goes, have you ever thought about accepting Jesus Christ as your savior? And he goes, yes, Jesus. I like him very much, but he no help with the curveball. And he goes, are you telling me Jesus Christ can't hit a curveball?
Yes.
That is one of the greatest lines. Everything, like, talk about a fucking intelligent, like just a well set up, fucking amazing line. Because he thought of that first. He had to fucking reverse engineer that fucker. That came to him first.
Yeah.
And then he had to fucking build that shit back. Wonderful line. So fucking good. Also, Wesley Snipes' movie, Inhumanely Ripped. I gotta point that out at least once. I'm an appreciator of human form.
He
Wesley Snipes. Is. Almost to the point where he's not funny anymore because he's too damn jacked.
Okay.
He's a fucking superhuman in this movie. But like you said, I don't love him in this movie as much as I love him in a lot of other stuff. And I do appreciate a good funny Wesley Snipes, a la White Man Can't Jump, a la A Money Train. Mm-hmm. I like comedic Wesley Snipes. I
think he's great. I think
he's good. He's good. He just doesn't.
He lost his way with that. He was really good with the comedic action, but like after a while, he just stopped. He went like to Blade, and it was all action, and then
Blade movies were good.
Yeah,
good fucking movies though.
But then after that, especially after his whole IRS.
Yeah, Undisputed's good though.
Undisputed is really good.
Real good. Real good. I live inside my head. It's a great movie. Beats up fucking Ving Rhames.
So one thing in my notes, I don't know if you noticed, Charlie Sheen's wearing a shirt that says Captain Ron.
Is he really?
When he talks to the manager on the bus before the first place tie game with the Yankees.
Really?
Yeah. Yep. Captain Ron. Well,
Same little shared universe action there.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of that, I do wish that they would have made Wesley Snipes Willie Mays Hayes in the movie The Fan.
Like he gets traded.
And he becomes,
to the
he
Giants,
turns into Barry Bonds.
Becomes Barry Bonds, yeah.
And Robert De Niro,
that we about Robert De Niro trying to kill Barry Bonds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super fun. Better movie if it's like hulking steroid Barry Bonds and like just immediately punches him in the fucking head and kills him.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm obsessed with and he's dead.
And then here's another question for you. Why do all the Yankees all look very Donnie Baseball-esque? They all look like Don Mattingly. I know in the 80s they had a very strict dress code in the Yankees. Okay.
They still do. You can't have long hair.
Oh, okay.
Can't have long hair. You have a mustache but no beard.
Oh, okay.
This day, the Yankee rule. Clint Frazier, they made him fucking cut his ass. Why he has a weird haircut. Guy in the Yankees now who got sent down and everybody's upset about it. Him. He had to shave the sides. He had long hair. But yeah, Donnie Base. The Duke, the Duke's the pitcher. The Duke's the one that threw at his own kid in a father-son game. Who's the guy? Not Hito. Hito's the guy from fucking... Hito's the guy who's not Donald Gibb.
Yes.
From Rookie of the Year.
Yes.
Mommy. That's him. Not Donald Gibb. Not Ogre. He's not Ogre. Who's the guy in this one? Not the Duke.
Haywood?
Is it Haywood?
Haywood was Haywood. That was
Clue Haywood.
Yeah.
Clue Haywood. Amazing line.
Who's actually a baseball player.
Is he really? Who was it?
Peter Vukanovich.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, he was a pitcher, I believe.
Huh.
Where's my notes on him? Yeah, I believe he was a pitcher. And apparently was horrible at batting, obviously, because he was a pitcher. Yeah.
He's Clue Haywood, fucking triple crown winner.
Yep.
One of the better lines this movie gets.
Yeah, he was never hit a single home run in his entire 11-year major league career.
Huh. Looks at Jake, goes, "Hey Jake, how's your wife and my kid?" It's a fucking wonderful fucking line. Wonderful fucking line.
Love it.
This movie's fucking good, man. Like I got nothing negative to say about it. Like I said, I wish everybody maybe a little more arc. I feel like sports movies really need some more growth. But like I said, I think it's hindsight's not 20/20.
They also don't throw the baseball games at you like a lot of sports movies do.
How do you feel about that? There was not a ton of baseball.
No, because it was an actual movie. Like it's
more of a comedy movie.
Like when you look at sports films, I feel like they throw the sporting event in to make up for lack of writing, almost. I mean, some movies are.
I can see what you're saying.
But I feel like overextended games, like unless it's like an important game, it's like I don't need to see all the baseball games. Just show me the important parts, and it hits the important parts of the games, and then gets away from it. Goes back to Rene Russo and Tom Berenger's storyline, and then the whole Corbin Burnson.
Corbin Burnson wonderful.
He's great.
Shouldn't he work? If he was on, I guess he was on Psych for a long time. I don't watch that show. People love it.
I never watched it.
I tried to watch a couple episodes, couldn't get into it. It seems funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny. It's one of those shows people tell me the joke from it, and I'm like, it's hilarious. I try to watch it, and I didn't get it. But they're very good people. I think he was on that for a while. He was good in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Corbin Burnson should be working all the time because he's wonderful. He doesn't work enough. He's amazing in this fucking movie. He's such a fucking dildo. And he's so
it's
good
great
at
because he acts like he's so good, and he's just not really. He's afraid of a freaking ground ball.
Well,
he's afraid of getting hurt.
He's the quintessential, like, he was good. And then fucking, finally started getting paid and stopped fucking, didn't want to get hurt and all that shit, The thing with his wife is weird.
That's kind of, and then it kind of like, he just forgets it, like, and
I guess we're to believe.
Lets it go, like it was like tit for tat kind of thing. So
well, she's not in the second one. Is she? No, is she in the second one?
That I don't remember.
I don't know if she's in the second one. She might be in for like a split second. Yeah, it's very weird. The whole thing's kind of weird. The woman playing the wife. They tried to do the whole like make her look very mousy and then make her look very sexy thing.
Yeah.
But she had like I guess again, hindsight. I guess I wasn't of sexual age in 1989.
Yeah.
So I wasn't around for when like that mom haircut thing was hot. But she just looks like, she's a great looking woman, but she looks more like someone's mom trying to bang a teenager at a party she's not supposed to be at than like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
than
they,
like a
they
woman
play
out.
the age.
Yeah. There was it
They
comes
try
off
to
as-
make it known that she's older than him.
Yeah, it comes up very weird. That's what I'll say. She doesn't try to look younger. She tries to look like a hot 40-year-old
Yeah.
going after a youngster, and it's just very, very awkward. Very awkward. Even though you're a great kid, I don't like it. I feel like it felt very, very, very touchy.
Yeah.
Didn't like it. But yeah, this movie's fucking dope. I got more Charlie Sheen lines. I fucking love this movie. Oh, I do have it. Why are they so poor? League minimum was $68,000. I have it written down. They're all living in a boarding house together, like a bunch of like a flop house, like a bunch of hobos.
That I don't get. And what's it? Corbin Burnson's not making league minimum.
No, Corbin Burnson a fucking multimillionaire.
Yeah.
He's got investments. He's got a portfolio.
I feel
The
like
whole thing.
Wesley Snipes shouldn't be making that.
What, league minimum?
Yeah.
Well, he's on the majors, league minimum. He should be hyped making league minimum. I don't know what he was doing before this. They never even kind of explained that.
No. Do you think he was? That's true. They don't.
He's clearly played baseball before. He's not a.
Yeah.
He's not a Momo, but. Also, this movie's a hard R. I forget. The second one's not a hard R. Second one's like PG-13. This movie's a fucking. There's some language.
Well, I think, like I said, they tried to play the coattails off of Charlie Sheen's fame.
Yeah.
And they realized after Hot Shots, younger kids would go watch this. So they tried to lower the age so to get
sense.
more.
Yes, this was more of an up and coming. This was probably them trying to be like, Charlie Sheen's a grown up now, kids. He's not just the guy from Lucas or the fucking that movie, you know. Right? Is he in Lucas?
I don't know.
No, where Corey Haim fucking plays the football kid and they put him in the game and he dies or something. I don't fucking know.
I think he might have been, yeah.
Yeah. Hard R, yeah. Also, there's the picture in Vaughn's locker. I don't know why I noticed stuff like this. Is of a bottomless woman.
Is it?
Not physically bottomless. She has both torso and legs. But it's a woman wearing no bottoms.
Huh.
I always feel like that's a weird...
She has a top. She has
a top on. I think that's a weird... How can I put this? I feel like at least once an episode I sound like a complete piece of shit. But I'll try my best to explain this. I feel like if one is going to put up a lady photo, one should never in even close to mixed company put up a nude lady photo. If you're going to put up a lady photo or a calendar, so to speak, you put up like a buxom lady wearing a thing, right?
That's the sports thing, like it's manly. So.
Yes. So I will say this. So if you're going to cross the line of going into, I'm putting up naked pictures of a woman. So you think
it should be top only?
You'd think it'd be top only is the more appropriate nudity. Yeah. Bottomless. Just bottomless. That's the weird part.
That's the weird part.
That's the weird part. Is it's not a fully nude woman or a topless woman.
But is it a woman in a skirt, like an upskirt, or is it just
no? It is a bottomless woman. It is a woman purposely photoed just bottomless. This is not a.
That is creepy.
A paparazzo photo. This is not. No, this is just a boudoir photo.
Oh, really? A bourgeois?
A bourgeois photo, as you might have said at some point in your life. Of
one of them bourgeois photos.
The bourgeois photos.
Those bougies.
Yeah, exactly. Of a bottomless woman. I was dumbfounded by this. Like, who says, hey, I just want to show people that her main sex organ. Let's just put that up there. Weird choice.
Very weird choice.
Very weird choice.
Can we talk about Jobu?
I just talked about Joe Bottomless, but yeah, let's go Jobu.
I love Jobu. I think that is one of my favorite jokes in this whole thing is that he's obsessed with Jobu and Jobu can't help him hit the curveballs. What does he say? The bats? The bats don't help him hit the curveballs?
No, Jobu. I say, fuck you, Jobu. I do it myself, you know?
Yeah. I think the actor is great too.
Dennis Haysbert's awesome.
Yeah.
I met him in real life once. Very nice.
Did you?
Yeah.
Never knew that.
When I worked at the country club.
Oh, okay.
Same time I met Stephen Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yep. And Daniel Baldwin and all that, what have you.
Yep,
Yeah,
all the Baldwins.
Yeah, all the balding ones.
Yep.
Yeah. Alec, I only saw fleetingly.
Yeah.
Her mother was a very nice lady, though. Very nice lady.
Huh.
Yeah. No, not much else that story. I've told
okay.
my Baldwin story before.
Yeah.
I have.
Never
correct?
told me that you met him though. The
Yeah.
Jobu.
I didn't like meet him. I saw him. I was near him.
Okay.
You know, we didn't hang out.
It wasn't like you know, he was buying a cherub or anything.
No, not like Harvey Firestein.
Yeah.
A story I have told in this set, I believe.
Yes.
Definitely have told this story.
Independence Day.
Yes.
So.
I can't believe I got one of my favorite stories to tell anybody.
David.
Why'd I send my mother to Atlanta?
Kind of miss when I had laryngitis. They sounded pretty good.
Laryngeus.
Yeah.
So, folks, if my co-host here wants to ever make a coconut cookie treat, macarons. You're welcome.
What about, since I'm Italian, I just want to make my homemade pasta, which I have made.
Little spaghettis.
Yeah. Macaroni.
Exactly. I'm so happy right now. I have a secret thing to hit you with later. My last thing I think I'll say for the evening eventually.
You have a secret thing.
Oh, it's fairly secret. I love the fucking I very much love all the fucking stuff that Chelsea, or the hell's name is, gets to do.
Yeah.
With the snot ball and the fucking little bit of jalapeno, and he goes, "You put snot on your baseball," and the fucking Vaseline. When fucking Bob Uecker goes Vaseline ball, like, do they know he's cheating?
I think so.
I understand that back in the day it was like a little more like acceptable. Like, people are doing some shady things. We're all chewing green.
I guess basically if you just didn't take out the bottle and squirt it on the ball, it was fine.
Everybody's chewing greenies, which are basically methamphetamines, but no one talks about that.
Really?
Yeah, greenies are basically straight meth.
Really?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. To fame the greenies in the dugout. Yeah.
Huh,
basically.
Never knew that.
Yeah. It's the argument when people always have when they're like, kids today, they're all on steroids. And it's like, yeah, you guys were doing meth in the dugout, homeboy.
So I got some trivia. I'll throw out a trivia before you continue.
It's like a question or a statement?
No, it's a statement.
Can you make it a question?
You want me to? It's like multiple choice.
See how it goes.
What player was not very skilled at baseball in real life, so they did not have any scenes with him throwing?
Dennis Haysbert.
Wesley Snipes.
Wow. I assume he's going to be good at everything.
You think?
He's so athletic.
Yeah, you think.
The man's a fucking walking ab. Great basketball player. All his scenes in fucking White Man Can't Jump look wonderful. Him and Billy Ho. Huh.
Okay, and who was actually a pitcher in real life?
Corbin Burnson.
Charlie Sheen.
Really?
Yeah, I don't believe he was offered a baseball scholarship.
Huh.
Yeah. He could throw in the high 80s.
It's not bad.
Yeah, to the University of Kansas.
Well, that's good school. I mean, look, low 90s will get you at least drafted.
And they to make it easier, more realistic, they moved the mound up 10 feet. And they only filmed from behind home plate, so we couldn't tell the distance.
So his delivery would always look fast. Yeah. Okay, so it'd come in. That's pretty smart.
Yeah.
One of my notes is Jake is fucking awkward.
Very.
Yeah.
Very awkward. Like he is obsessed with Renee Russo to a creepy point. Like he keeps following her.
He makes some weird choices. I mean,
in the end, it worked out. But if it didn't work out, he really is a stalker. So what? It's
yeah. He
like history is made by the winners. Like that's a clear.
Yeah. History is written by the way. Yeah, I mean, he also. They kind of don't fully explain how he gets her back, other than being a stalker.
Yeah.
Or why he wants her back, other than being a stalker.
Like he didn't want her back before that.
Yeah, like he only wants her back. Yeah, you probably could. Again, since this movie does such a good job of setting things up, they really could just had like a picture of her on his nightstand in Mexico.
Yeah. And
you could have gone back and watched like, oh, I get it. Like this kind of pops up.
Yep.
It's almost like when they introduce like random. Yeah, when they introduce like you ever see Murder on the Orient Express?
Uh-huh.
And they all of a sudden start telling the story about the murdered little girl halfway through the fucking movie or story or whatever, and you're like, wait, what? It's like that kind of thing. Like you like bring in someone who's supposed to be important without without any foreshadowing, it feels awkward. You need to get that shit out of the way earlier in the movie. But it's it's still good. Is it? I guess it's hard to get because this movie happens fucking fast. Like I feel like this movie is.
It's very fast.
It's not long. It's like 88 minutes or some shit, right? And just fucking happens.
Yep.
The baseball at the end's awesome. I'll say that.
Yeah, that game.
That last game, they put some good baseball in there. They make up for a lot of the. We're doing this in my garage, folks, and there was just a cacophony of mosquitoes out here. Some small gnat creatures landing on us. It's very upsetting.
Yes.
This is what we do for you. They also do a really good job, I think, of setting up the second one.
Yeah.
Because you see how Jake's going to be a coach.
Yeah.
Like it's his idea to run that to do the fucking fake.
Oh yeah, it is
the fake pointing to the upper deck thing.
Yep.
Which is great. They set that up so well. He fucking points, calls a shot when he's fucking goofing around in the fucking dugout, and then he bunts. But the thing about him bunting, I get that he has bad knees, so that's why it's hard for him to fucking lay down a bunt and get down there. But of all things to not, that's weirdly not set up that well.
Well,
you don't show him. They don't show him fucking having trouble running the bases once.
First. He's never had trouble running the bases.
Yeah, that's the thing is they don't show him having trouble running the bases.
So like he's struggling like he's never run to first base before.
Yes.
That's the thing that you don't even have to stop the turn. You just run through.
Yeah, that's exactly. And that's one of, like I said, that's my main problem with this movie is weirdly enough.
Like if he was trying to beat out to home plate,
exactly.
That the way he was running, the way he was pictured and filmed would make sense.
Yes. This movie, it's almost like the second movie basically just redoes the first movie kind of. But they kind of fix some of the holes.
Yeah.
Because this movie, the one thing this movie doesn't do well is they don't really, like I said, no one has an arc. They don't show you. They show you people's issues. They never really show you how they fix them.
Yeah.
Like Willie Mays Hayes keeps fucking trying to hit home runs. He does the push-ups. I get that.
Yep.
Which consequently, having been a trainer of people so long, anytime someone does push-ups on screen, I start counting them now.
Do you?
He starts. I was like 1, 2, 3, like automatically. I was like, this is depressing.
How many does he do?
I don't remember now, but I think he does like 20. They don't show how he just decides to fucking start fucking smacking grounders. They never explain. I don't think, if I remember, unless I forgot. They don't actually explain how Wild Thing gets his fucking control down.
His glasses.
Oh my god, they do. How did I not think of that?
Yeah.
Can we edit out how stupid I am?
No.
I didn't think of that. Yeah, you're right.
Because it made me sound smart.
No, yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, totally forgot the fucking glasses.
Yeah, you can't see.
Yeah, you can't. Well, there you go. That's fucking ridiculous. I wasn't thinking of that at all.
I like how all of a sudden they had the right prescription for him, though.
Well, I mean, he's in Major Leagues. They got some eye doctors, you know.
No, they found that they picked out glasses.
Oh, he just hands him glasses, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Well,
He's like, here, try these.
He worked in a tire shop, works in a lens crafter, same thing.
Yeah.
Folks, just so Ronnie to scratch himself, he got a whole handful of something on that one. I gotta say.
Full on scratched.
Yeah, that was a full. You got taint on that one.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah, sometimes you're itchy back there.
It was not taint, but it was
I forgot he gets the glasses.
But yeah. You know what? I completely forgot about this movie. That Randy Quaid is not in it.
Randy Quaid's not in it, but I've been saving this the whole episode. I think his character is.
You think that guy's his character?
I think that guy's the Randy Quaid character with the fucking. He's got the same hair with the fucking weird sideshow.
Got the same jacket, I guess.
Same jacket, hat, same friends.
Yeah. And
the sideshow bob hair. I think that's supposed to be Randy Quaid's character. Well, Randy Quaid's supposed to be him in the second one.
Oh, okay.
I truly think that. I was watching. I thought that was like, oh shit, that's Randy Quaid, like actual Randy Quaid. Yeah. That's Randy Quaid. We will, just full disclosure, during this, we will be doing Major League 2. We're doing all the major leagues this summer.
Yeah.
It's a Major League summer or something like that. Is that no?
It's a major summer.
Major summer, like Major Lazer, like the reggae group.
Who?
Major Lazer, the reggae group.
I
the pun. No, never heard that stuff.
From Dumb and Dumber?
No, they're not widen your body. No, those guys. No.
How's that song again? I love when you sing it.
Was that who you're?
Yeah.
Move your body. That thing.
Yeah. Was that Dumb and Dumber?
That was. I think that was in Dumb and Dumber. At least the commercials. It was definitely in Biodome.
Biodome.
When at the end, when he's fucking riding the fucking the scooter.
Yes.
Move your body.
Yeah.
Why not go up? That song.
Why not go down?
Why not get crazy and you shake it? Oh, I think that's what it is. I think it's basically hokey pokey. Now I think about it. The fucking the ground screw is fucking hilarious. Like I said before, when they're still shitty. That whole thing's great. I do like. I think they do a good job of showing the motivation, which makes up for a lot of the missing arc. Is that the whole team has an arc, which is good. The whole like him fucking setting up having the cardboard cutout with the pieces.
Yeah,
which is
that.
It's kind of a dumb motivator when you really think about it, because it's clearly not actually her. But
well,
it's like
no,
unless that's supposed to be a picture of her as a showgirl.
I believe that's because she was a showgirl. They have the photo of her.
Oh, so you think it's supposed to be real?
Yeah,
that makes a little more sense.
Because why would you say she's a showgirl then?
That does make sense, and she does have to start the pasties.
I'm only saying that because the rest of the movie's written pretty well, where they
no, that makes a lot of sense why they'd actually enjoy like playing for that. It's like, we're gonna see you're naked. Like that's I get that. I think it's awesome when he explains like how they're trying to fucking shut the team down, and Jake's like, only one thing left to do then, win the whole fucking thing. Yep. It's weirdly like not well set up.
It's not as
so
dramatic
good.
as good old Rocky 2 and
yeah, exactly. It's not
win.
Yeah, it's not like a fucking.
What are we waiting for?
It's not like a Hoosiers like clap, like but it fucking every time I'm like, well, yeah, let's fucking do it, Jake. Like,
yep.
I mean, then that does sometimes all it takes is that to get people going if they respect somebody. Yeah, I don't think you could do the cardboard thing today. I wrote that down.
Yeah,
people would definitely complain about that.
You wouldn't be able to have a locker with a bottomless woman.
Or nude or amputee.
Yeah,
you can't just be showing bottomless people. A couple of more wonderful Charlie Sheen lines. One I quote. You know which one I say the most?
Which one?
I look like a banker in this. I say that
anytime
I'm forced to wear anything that's not a t-shirt,
yep,
I will go to whoever's listening. Doesn't matter. People never get it. I go, look like a fucking banker in this, and everybody just stares and make him an idiot. Because
not often, because you usually just only wear t-shirts.
I just refuse to wear things.
Go to a nice place, you just have a nicer t-shirt.
Yeah, my black t-shirt.
Yeah,
a dark t-shirt. Yes, or a dark long sleeve t-shirt. I wear sometimes.
You do, or sometimes a t-shirt over a long sleeve shirt.
But that's not my nice shirt. Yeah. My official wintertime nice clothes are a black thermal shirt.
That's true.
It's form-fitting.
Yep. Every now and then you do wear the collared button-down shirt over your t-shirt.
I do.
And then wherever you go, you immediately take it off.
I roll the sleeves up automatically. Sleeves are coming up. If I'm going to a wedding, you have the ceremony for me to wear the jacket. The moment I'm sitting down at that reception, jacket's coming off, sleeves are getting rolled up.
Yep.
I'm asking for seconds on the steak. Went to a wedding last year. I'll tell you this. They spent a lot of money on that fucker. But never been to a wedding where it is. I ate my meal, and maybe it's so sitting. I got lucky. My wife was in the wedding party, so sitting at one of the nice tables. They came around with seconds.
Seconds?
Came around with a little plate with like the
That's
extra.
That's like a Greg special. Like
with the extra steaks and stuff on it.
Really?
Said anyone wants seconds. I said I'd like another steak. I elbowed the wife. Said you want another fish. I had fucking 3.5 dinners. It was what? And then the person next to me, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah.
Close enough. My wife. They're not best friends. Close enough. I said, "You gonna finish that?" She said, "No." I said, "Gonna eat yours too then."
That beats the time when we went to medieval times and they gave us extra turkey.
Damn right. At one person's wedding, my buddy Dino and I, someone didn't sit at our table, and when they came around to take orders,
placed the order.
We placed an order. We said, "Oh, he's in the bathroom. He'd like the steak." We had ourselves steak and a halves. Like that Burt Reynolds movie. Steak and a half.
My wife is very bad at that thing. So we went to a rehearsal dinner. Same thing, sitting at the table. There's 2 dishes there. I say, let's order something. Like, we wanted to try out the food.
Yeah.
So she immediately tells the bride what she's going to do, and the bride takes the plates away. Has because obviously they don't want to pay for it. But yeah, immediately she's horrible at that, where she says it in a joking manner, but let's get the food first, then say it.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some advice, folks. Pull your chairs close to the speakers here, kids. Pull up nice and close. You close yet? Let's have a little fireside chat. Do you have music you play? Anything? No,
Nope.
Nothing.
No music.
Nothing. You can't play can't even hum in the background.
This is unedited. Yeah.
Okay, let's pretend there's some sort of old timey music playing, like I'm FDR.
Like
I've got leg braces on. I'm next to a fire. The Great Depression is currently going on, and I'm not good at history. You're huddled around the radio. Just listen to maybe The Shadow. Huddled around with your family, and you're here for some advice. Let me give you some advice, folks. Weddings are expensive. Way more expensive than they have any right to be. The people vending the wedding are massively trying to fuck whoever is throwing the wedding. And the people who are throwing the wedding are overspending on something that's essentially useless. We can agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
You as the guest are generally expected to cover, quote unquote, cover the cost of your plate. A plate you didn't fucking ask for. A plate you might not even want, and you probably don't actually want to be there, generally speaking.
No one wants to go to a wedding.
No one wants to go to a wedding, ever. No one ever wants to go to your wedding.
Nope.
I got married in New Orleans. It was cool. No one wanted to go anyway. It still sucked.
But at least I got a trip out of it.
Yeah, you had a good wedding.
Yeah.
Still, no one wants to go, right? Anyone who you, quote, want to see at the wedding, you could probably see anyway. Every time I go to a wedding with Ronnie, my wife goes, "Oh, we're gonna see Ron." I fucking see him all the time. My best friend. I don't need to fucking spend $300 to see him. I could see him for free the next day. See him whenever I want. We're adults. We have cars. They expect you to cover the cost of your plate, right? So they're being fucked over. They're entering into this agreement to be fucked over and overspending on some stupid shit you don't want anything to do with, and then asking you to help them spend money that they don't want to they should be spending. You as the wedding attendee are the most fucked. So you go to that wedding, folks. You go to that rehearsal dinner. You go to any of it. They're paying out the ass anyway. You fucking nickel and dime that shit, and you get every free thing. If there's an extra plate, you order it. If there's free drinks, I don't care if you don't drink. You fill up a bladder in your coat and you bring it home for your friends. Yeah, there's Rice Krispie treats. You line your pockets. You stuff them with them. Yeah, you fucking steal. You take the silverware if you have to. You do whatever you need to do. Because the cost of that fucking overpriced fucking hellhole is being passed down to you, the wedding attendee.
Yeah.
So, they offer you an extra steak, you eat the extra steak. They don't offer you an extra steak, you find a way to get the extra steak. Because you know what's going to happen to the extra steak if you don't eat it? I've worked weddings. You know who eats it? Me, the guy working the wedding, who was getting free food anyway. They weren't not going to feed me. Now I'm having 2 steaks and I didn't pay a damn cent for it. And I'm telling you, the guy who's working at the wedding, try to get your second steak. You should try too. But everyone should be fighting for that extra steak. Don't let that extra steak just go to someone else when you're paying $300 to be there at a thing you don't want to fucking be. At. And rent.
Okay.
Want me to drag him outside and beat the shit out of him? Other great line in this movie. When he sees the boyfriend,
Yeah.
looks at him dead in the face and genuinely is like, want me to drag him outside and kick the shit out of him? Just fell into
Craig just broke his chair.
Just broke my chair. Yeah, so is that all we have to say about that movie?
I think so.
It's like I said, it's a great flick. It didn't really have a tremendous cultural impact.
I forgot how I enjoy the second one the most. But because of the goofiness and the enjoyment of the second one, I forget how good this movie is.
That's accurate.
Like, this is a better film.
100%.
But not as entertaining as the second one.
I probably have stronger memories of the second one because it was one of those things we rented and watched 1,000 times.
Yeah, because it was fun. It was slapsticky.
Yeah, and it was more appropriate for our age probably. Yeah. This one as adults now, if we were 36-year-old men when this came out, this would probably be the one we like better.
Yeah.
But it's just a good flick, and it's easily one of the better baseball movies ever. Like I said, it doesn't play like a traditional sports movie because there's not as much sports in it as you'd think.
Yeah.
But as a straight comedy, it fucking works. It's fucking hilarious, and I love it. I could watch it over again. It's infinitely rewatchable. A lot of great lines. I'll tell you something I did not find yet, though. Are Richard Tyson's.
Oh, I found Richard Tyson.
Because I'm searching for him.
I found him. I found at least mine.
Searching for Richard Tyson. Will we ever find him? Oh, there he is. Who's yours, Ron?
Dennis Haysbert.
He's not a Richard Tyson.
Yes, he is.
The man has starred in too many things. He's the Allstate guy. He's the president.
Yeah, but not many people know who he is.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was a household name.
No, most people that I know call him either David Palmer or the Allstate guy.
Really?
Yeah.
I call him Dennis Haysbert.
Yeah.
Tell you what else he is. Timeless. That man's almost 60 years old now. Looks great.
Yep.
I forgot the last name of my Richard Tyson.
Is it the guy you keep forgetting the name of?
Yeah.
The entire show?
Chelsea
Chelsea
Fields.
Ross?
Not Chelsea Field. That's the woman from Last Boy Scout.
Chelsea Ross?
Chelsea Field married, I believe, is married to Scott Bakula.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. Well, we'll talk about that.
I waited the whole time to do my part. You're a real piece of shit, Ron.
That's my thing.
Chelsea, what's his last name?
Chelsea Ross.
Chelsea Ross, great fucking actor. He's great in this. He's great as the Last Boy Scout. He's in the Last Boy. He's actually in the Last Boy Scout. He plays the senator. He's a great actor. He's been around forever. Has some of the, arguably he's the funniest person in this whole movie. It's not really a Pamela Reed because there's only
Margaret Whitten.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Old bitch face herself.
Yeah.
Fucking. I like her relationship with Wally, or his name is what's his name? The GM.
Yes.
I think in both movies he does that thing where he goes and like puts his finger near his nose, which I don't think anyone in the history of the world has actually done to another person.
Yeah, she was in quite a bit.
Was she really?
Yeah.
What else is she in?
Secret of My Success.
Oh.
The Man Without a Face.
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
He has a face. In that movie.
Big Girls Don't Cry.
Don't know what that is.
80s movie.
No.
She was Kojak. Episode of Kojak.
Telly Savalas.
Yeah. Little Monsters with Howie Mandel.
Fuck that movie.
Why?
If I'll make you a deal. I will fucking sit through that movie this Halloween under two circumstances. One, someone suggests it on one. For the love of God, enough people seem to listen to the show at this point. We still, I'm not gonna lie. We don't have a tremendous listenership yet. We're building it up.
Yeah.
We're building it up. We're faking it till we make it.
Yep.
I have a friend who's kind of annoying, who makes fun of me sometimes. He goes, what, do you have 30 listeners? Yeah, we do. Like 30, 40, maybe even 50. Yep. I don't fucking know. But there's enough of you. Someone could send us a goddamn email or post to our social media. If anyone fucking says that we should do that movie, that's condition one. Condition two is you understand, I will not say a fucking single nice word about that movie, but I will watch it and proceed to give you my opinions on it this Halloween.
Well, there's other movies I'd rather watch.
Fuck that movie.
All right. Wow.
Fuck that weird fucking child molestation fucking allegory of a fucking horror
piss
show.
in your apple juice?
Jesus Christ. Howie Mandel's character in that movie. What the fuck is going on in that? I'm not.
And it's so funny because he's such a germaphobe.
He's such a nice man in real life. Have you ever watched America's Got Talent? He seems like a very sweet man. He's very honest about his mental illness.
Yeah.
I appreciate that about him. That movie, how much fucking coke was that man on that he was like, I'll do what? Yeah, let's do it. Well, let's totally make a movie where I sneak out from under a child's bed and take him to a secret world of horrors every night and fucking sell it as a children's movie. Are you fucking serious?
Okay. I know what movie not to bring up anymore.
That movie's more frightening than numerous films meant to be frightening are not nearly as frightening as that movie, which is meant to be a children's comedy.
Okay. Like I said, we'll move on. I never mention it again.
That movie is the cinematic equivalent of giving the Care Bears dicks.
You know what's funny? I keep talking about how we won't mention it again, and he keeps talking. Maybe he wants to talk about it.
I want it to not exist. All right.
Well, it does.
I wish we could do the snap from Avengers and make that movie not exist. I'd waste it on that. I'd blow my whole fucking right side of my body off.
You're not the Hulk. You're more Tony Stark. You'd be dead.
True. Ooh, spoiler alert. Yeah. So that's Major League. It's a good fucking flick, folks.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it. Not a lot of trivia with that one, right? Nothing really that major.
Much.
Yeah,
we talked about a lot of it.
Yeah, they played some baseball. Fucking Corbin Burns was there.
Yeah.
We'll be doing Major
Tell you
League
the truth,
too.
a lot of the trivia was long to read, so I didn't really read it.
That's fair.
I like short trivia.
I do like short trivia. Long trivia tends to be speculation.
Yep.
Especially on IMDb. It's like somebody.
It's like you're explaining. It's not trivia if you have to explain it.
Yeah, it's someone guessing. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Corbin Burnson was in LA Law and he had a hat in LA Law and it has a hat in this movie. So like, what? Get the fuck out of here. How that website is community edited at this point. Insane.
Like Wikipedia.
Wikipedia has fucking more oversight than fucking
That's
IMDb. True. Wikipedia always wants money from me.
Why?
I gave them like $5 like 4 years ago one time when they were trying to raise money.
Now they think you're gonna get more.
I just don't get why they want to be whatever. If they made Wikipedia like $1 a year for everybody, they'd make enough money to keep Wikipedia going.
Just have ads.
Or ads. I'm cool with ads. Now that we've discussed internet reform.
All right. Thanks for listening. Find us where you do your potting.
Yep.
All the platforms.
iTunes.
Yeah, like Craig said, send us an email. Do not request Little Monsters. I dare you to request Little Monsters, actually.
Email.
You won't have the balls to
Facebook,
email us.
Twitter. Snapchat. I don't think we have one of those.
We're not on that, thank God.
I'm not a 12-year-old.
Yeah, we do have Instagram. And I think that's it.
Friendster, MySpace.
Our blog, which will be updated soon.
Eventually, I'll update it again. That's the thing we have.
Yep.
I fear no one looks at it, so I forget to update it.
Yeah, you do write things that aren't about the movies.
Sometimes I write random blogs.
Yep.
I may or may not have some sort of issues. Find us at your local video store.
Yeah, sure.
Find us.
What he said.
Find us wherever.
If you find us, you might win a prize.
Wherever books are sold.
Yep.
Dun 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 dun. Dianex Volcano. You remember those Dianex commercials in the middle of the day when you stay home from school?
Dianetics?
Yeah, eating chicken noodle soup. You said volcano. Dianetics, the worldwide. Yeah. Don't do Scientology. All right.
Thank you, folks.
It's been real, folks.
Good night.
Love you.